Hi everyone, this is Unwavering Excitement. Gundam games come in many different forms. Fighting games, arena-based fighting games, beat-em-up games where you be fighting, and games that feature such characters as Rinko Iori, where the only thing you fight with is your own meat stick. But there's one single difference between these I just mentioned and the game we're gonna cover today. I've actually heard of the other ones. Yeah, Gundam has an old-fashioned turn-based JRPG, and it's not only above $100 used on Amazon, but this damn thing is so underrated that I can't even find solid sales charts. Resorting to the wiki only gives one sentence saying that it is the poorest selling PS2 Gundam game in Japan. Like, come on, it had to compete with... What? So naturally, when some cute-ass bitches in my comments tells me that this game is good, best believe my melanized ass is gonna find out why. Yeah, that's right. DDP, Ren LaRose, and the pink space pony, Kenzie K is coming to collect those asses. Here's MS Saga: A New Dawn, starring Yuri motherfucking Lowenthal. So the game starts out trying to call me Tristan, but excuse me, we're gonna be Kins. So hold up, this is kind of funny. Why do they have like an arcade attract mode sequence for this tragic ass shit that's going on like it's Soul Calibur 2? Like, honestly, like families are actually rended asunder and then boom. Then right back to, that black guy will pay for his sins. Okay, but for real, the story is basically introduced with the red-headed step-tween Kins and his boy toy Fritz, who reminds me of Pence, who reminds me of a bouncer, which reminds me that there isn't a bouncer too. And then my dick weeps with sadness and depression pre. They head down a bridge towards an SD version of a gym, which they express that they have never seen before, which is the only way I'd ever get excited about seeing a gym. And then behind them comes this honorable soldier of Zeon ready to end these peasant children. Or that's what I would say if this were Zeonic Front, but nah. Sasuke from Boruto's dad Shippuden and Pence hop in the gym and learn from just the manual how to pilot this mobile suit and try to fight back. This all happened in the span of like 10 minutes, by the way, and I appreciate that. Also in these 10 minutes, I caught on to like a billion other things, so let's chip away at them, shall we? Moving around is standard and feels fine, and the game doesn't look bad either. Actually, I'll take it one step further and say that my rose-tinted glasses are on tight as fuck and cutting off my circulation, because this type of 3D graphics reminds me of Star Ocean, and honestly, that is my hardcore bias, so I am inclined to say that this is perfect. For me. After this battle where I have to put down the Zaku, I'm also wondering if the attack button was in the manual too. This is the moment where the game grabbed me by my testicular domicile. You can collect other suits and their parts and use them to make yourself stronger. You can have this Frankenstein's monster of a suit with some juicy ass stats reminiscent of Gundam Breaker, and I love it. I love preying on the weak to make myself stronger, don't judge me. This is indeed a JRPG in every stretch of the acronym, and this game is a lot more like those types of games where you have to dig a tiny bit to get to the meaty shit, but when you do, the leveling up, customization, and personalization of your customization is baller as fuck. A certain cutie from the Cute Bitches Discord made a passing comment about the game that kinda summed that up in a way.
That was one of the things I loved about this game, is that you can just throw parts on. This was like Gundam Breaker before I played Gundam Breaker.
For a JRPG, this is pretty damn good. And out of the JRPGs that I have played from that time that I can remember, none have been this dedicated to the childlike desire to want to color your personal unit in any way you want. After that cutscene, you get to the first thing that may turn some people off, and for good reason sometimes. It's random encounter season, baby! Yeah man, this game has random encounters. Well, not really random, since they do that thing from SMT Nocturne, where they give you a small hint as to when you'll get ganked by a radar-looking thing, changing color from blue to when you're in a space that's safe from the JG, to yellow, which means you're good, to orange, to boom. I wouldn't mind having little SD blobs on the world map so that I could avoid battles, because, well, let's get to those battles. For a decent amount of time, it's just attacking with your strongest weapon until you build up enough charge to use your special moves. You can give up a turn of yours in exchange for more charge on a later turn, or you can defend to minimize damage and just wait for more charge. All of your units and your enemies have classifications, but it is shown more clearly on enemies. If you straight up box a melee enemy, they can counterattack you, while ranged enemies can't. Your enemies can be better from range or in melee distance, and it'll show you up front which is which. And they even show you when they're about to use their special moves. The system works fine, but honestly, having played with more in-depth systems from that time period, I can only wish for things that I've gotten used to in other games of its ilk. As is probably obvious from what I'm showing you, this game isn't going for originality. Almost everything battle-wise is lifted from something else. The overworld makes me think of any Final Fantasy before 9, or just 9 itself. The battle system is also pretty close to those games, and if you told me that this was some kind of hidden gem Atlas game from these screenshots, I would have definitely believed you. Doesn't help that I've been playing Nocturne lately, and as a result I noticed some similarities. So eventually you make your way out of this cave to be met with the best character design that I ever did see. She is my type too, and apparently she's an older lady, and her voice, oh my god.
So many lights!
Do you know what they are?
I swear this game just keeps fucking winning, yo. Goth GF supremacy now. Oh, he looks so mad. Cheer up, Luke Fabre from Tales of the Abyss. It'll be okay, I promise.
Stop! Are you trying to insult me?
I just love that he says, like, oh, I won't get into fights, mom. And then immediately, like, frame one. Fucking Pokemon Ash Ketchum looking ass. Damn, while he's piloting the gym, his mom is piloting the burning Gundam now, am I right? Am I right? Sorry for your loss. Wait. Who is this? Yosuke Hanamura from Persona 4. But without getting too far into the story, just know that it serves its purpose, and if you can get into the gameplay portion of this game, then this will serve as a decent Gundam-inspired traditional JRPG. And the fact that no one blew this up is kinda wild to me. Like, this was 2006. Like, what was even getting released in 2006 anyway? Oh my god. Oh my Well, shit, at least I know why this shit flew by the wayside in the States. If you're swinging on the same year as Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, then you gotta bring more than a Heat Hawk, like, okay. Now, it's sad to say though that while I do like this game a ton, and it is one of my favorite Gundam games that I have played on the channel thus far based on sheer mixing up the Gundam game formula, compared to other JRPGs, it is definitely a little stuck in its ways. That doesn't make it bad at all, and sometimes that kind of game is my preference. Like seriously, I'm still holding out hope for Star Ocean 3 Remake, but it makes sense as to why this game was left behind, at least at the time. So if at least one person can get the same enjoyment that I did in the current day, then I did my job as a Kenzie-K. Hard job too, I do not recommend it. But that's all I got. Small reminder that my life is a little bit weird right now, so I'll try to keep up my monthly pace, but shit been hard, yo. But this is the shit that makes me happy. So just remember that even though I am always working IRL, on this channel too, I am always working. So cuties, stay safe, stay hydrated, join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already, and stay cute, you lovely Bella Swans.